Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Keither.net E-mini S&P 500 Index Futures Daily Review. This review is for today, Monday, September 15th, 2014. So let's take a look back to what I was talking about on yesterday's video that was actually for Friday of last week. I stated that it looks like we gapped down big time here into the Sunday open from Friday. We gapped down almost 10 points right here. And in that video, I mentioned that it looks like we gapped down and then we were kind of flagging out here. And I looked for it to break this point and eventually recover some of this area here. That's very typical of a big gap like that. You rarely does it just keep going. It usually tries to recover and it closes the gap or it comes pretty close. So that's what I was looking for. And as you can see at the overnight here, it didn't do much. It moved a little bit, but mostly just sideways action. And then as you can see here, right around 3 a.m., it finally broke up and gave us some action. So from 3 a.m. on, you could have played this per our strategy. It broke out, it pulled back. It broke out, it pulled back. It broke out, it pulled back, and it kind of messed around a little bit. But this was mostly due to the open. And if you look here, the close was 1983.75, and at the very last candle before the open, we came all the way up to 1978. So, guess what? We came really close to closing the gap. We were so close, let's see here, 78 to 83. So 5 points away from closing the gap. That's pretty close for how big this gap was. But anyways, as you can see, it did eventually flag and break out, and it went all the way back up to here. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's. But first, I want to look at what happened before. And as we just discussed, it did trend up. It trended up, trended up. With this much action to the upside overnight, you can expect the market to open and pull back. So let's take a look. And look at that, the first candle, it's very big, it's very red. And let's see what happens. It's pulling back even further. And it looks like we're going to make a move back to the 21 EMA here. But I just want to point out, look at these candles. We have a nice big red candle, and then we have two very indecisive trading ranges here. And then we have a big decisive candle. And now these right here, these two are very much overlapping and indecisive. Big top and bottom wicks. And even this one right here, it came up, and look at this. It came all the way down and it went all the way back up and settled here. This is a lot of back and forth action right here. You need to practice caution in these types of areas. But we are back to the 21 EMA, and let's see what happens here. And we're breaking up again, and more indecisiveness. And see, here is an entry, but this is so sloppy and so overlapping, I probably would not play. I'd probably wait for a more decisive move, because look at this. It's so congested. But if we were to play it, this would be our signal candle. It did break down here. So at 73 even, you would, oh, excuse me. 72.50 you would want to get in if you were playing this. And we'll see what happened. And it's still just going sideways. It's going sideways. It's coming back down. Did we get our point? Yes, we did get a point on this one, but like I said, I would not take this because all the overlapping. It did break down. It came back up a little bit. 72.50. It came all the way back to 75.50. I'm not going to sit in this for 3 points. I would have been knocked out of this trade if I would have taken it. But if you would have held strong or you would have got in here in this area, you could have got your point. So let's see what happens. Now, something here that's interesting. We came down. We went back up. We came down. And now it looks like we're going to go back up. So I'd already drawn these in. I took a look at this earlier because I was off work early today. So this is a little bit of looking at it for a second time. But what I noticed is that immediately we started to form a channel here. And the key that gave it away, if I would have been trading this live, I would have started to look at these overlapping candles and said, okay, there's not a lot of trending. If there's not a lot of trending, what is the market doing? It's going sideways. What does the sideways action mean? Usually it means the channel. So let's see what happens. Kind of bouncing around here, just proving the point even more that there's not a lot of trending. So given the fact that this might be a channel, you could go long here. You want to go from 74.25 and ride it at least up to 75.75. And look at that. So see here, we would have entered 74.25. We could have gone all the way to 76.25, so 2 points. Now at this point, this is confirmed. This is a channel. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to go short here if I get the opportunity. Okay, we have a signal bar. The only thing that makes me cautious here is that it's at the 21 EMA. But we'll take a look. And we're in at 73.75. Looking for it to come back to the bottom of the channel. And look at that. It came exactly to the channel right there. So 73.70. What did I say here? 73.25 all the way down to 71.75. So we definitely got our point there for one successful trade. Given we're still playing the channel here, we can look for it to move back up to 75.75. Let's see what it does. There's our signal bar if we want to take it. And we're in right there. So we would have been in at 73.75. And let's see what happens. Look at that. That is just a beautiful candle right there. So you're just sitting here playing along these channel lines here, and boom, you get this big, huge white candle. So we would have been in at 73.75, and we could have rode that up all the way to 1977. But per our strategy, 73.75, 74.75 would have been our target for 1 point. That is 2 successful trades on the day. Now, if you look at this candle here, this actually broke up above these recent highs and above the channel. The high of the day was up here at the open, 77.75. So let's see how this reacts. More than likely, we want to look for a pullback to the 21 EMA after this breakout here. And look at that, it broke the high of the day. And it looks like it's pulling back. So let's take a look and see what it does here. And there we go. We're back at the 21 EMA. So we're looking to go long. Assuming that it has now broke out of the channel, it comes back and it's testing the top of the channel for support. Well, let's see what it does. So that's a signal bar right there. We would get in at 1977.25. And we're not in yet. And it looks like it's pulling back a little bit more. And we're going to adjust our entry here. So we want to go long anything 76.25. So 76.50 we want to go long on this one now, because it did continue to pull back. And luckily enough, we did not get knocked in the trade here. It came back, and now we're ready to set it up again at 76.50. And we're in there at 76.50. Let's see what it does. Oh, that's the close of the day. Hopefully, if I was trading live, I'd be aware of that. I would not have taken that trade knowing that it was that close to the end of the day. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, whatever. We had 2 successful trades on the day. No losers. This would have been a loser, but as I said, I don't think I would have taken it if we were, 10 minutes to the close. So 2 trades, not too bad. And I just realized I did this on the 5-minute candlestick chart, which is no biggie. It's almost the same as a 2000 tick chart. Here's the 2000 tick chart. And the reason why I use the tick chart is because it's more stretched out and you can really see the movements and the waves better. But looking at this, you get the same kind of action here. It fell down, it came up, it came back down to test the bottom of the channel, and then it went back up and it came back and tested it again and it broke out. So essentially the same movements, it just stretched out a little more. Hopefully I'll catch that and do it on the tick chart, as that's what I try to use. But I can use either, and so can you. And that's pretty much it for today. As I said, 2 successful trades per the strategy, and that would have been a good day. So that's it. Hopefully tomorrow we get some more trending action and we'll have more exciting trades.